Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Stable
I'm
Condition.
so excited about this episode.
As am I.
No, it's not a lie.
I said, as am I.
Oh.
God, you are tired.
Yes, I am.
So we're just
Stand up then.
So since Cam just spoke, we're gonna go ahead and shatter the illusion. We're doing this like literally 5 minutes after we finish the Where the Apple Lies episode.
I'm still here.
Oh yeah, Cam has Trixie's still. It's a week later. Trixie's still sick, and Cam has not left my house. He's been sleeping in my vent. How's it feel?
He does parkour.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't do parkour with a hernia.
Oh yeah, he still has a hernia.
I figure if you can plug your songs, I can plug my injuries.
I mean, if that's the thing you want to plug, then go. I mean, I question your choice of spotlight, but sure.
I would question my choice of plugs.
Wow.
I gotta go for it?
No.
Wow. You know, actually.
And my job is done.
What I was going to ask was, did you ever hear that story about the girl who, like the homeless girl who who snuck into this guy's house and lived in his vent system for about 2 or 3 weeks, and every night.
In Japan? Yeah.
Might have been. I don't know where.
In Japan. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Like you see, there is like security footage.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's also one of the famous Hollywood actor that went through that.
Dude, that
is
The
terrifying.
guy with the one top 15s, right?
Maybe where she's like, it's like 3 a.m. She comes out the vent, and you can see her like rummaging through his fridge and whatnot.
And he gets up and she hides.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
that
one.
The one you're talking about is from the Hollywood guy.
That is absolutely terrifying. This is a pony podcast.
yeah, I guess.
Well, it's just the whole talk of you sleeping in vents and whatnot. So, anyways, like
You brought that on yourself.
I know. So, anyways, this time we are reviewing the episode Top Bolt. By the way, Trixie is still sick, like I said. I was texting him to get his thoughts. I literally typed out, so what are your thoughts on Top Gun? I mean, damn it, Top Bolt. So I am actually guilty of making that stupid mistake. And our topic was...
We'll discuss when we get to the topic.
I'm happy that I've been brought on for an episode of every one of my favorite characters now.
Yeah,
I've been on
he
for
has.
Discord, for Spike, Big Mac, Applejack, and now Rainbow Dash.
That's my job. I'll kill you.
That's so weird. Stop it, Tim!
You wanna be...
What is that?
You wanna be...
He goes,
You wouldn't be doing that if I had a metal wing on it.
You're damn right.
There you
By
go.
the way, that's something I'll bring up. Are we talking about the episode now?
For what? Top Bolt?
Yes.
I mean, we can.
Yes, Vapor Trail Vapes, that's all I have to say.
Sign is probably giggling somewhere. It's like...
No, I know, it's picking up.
It's picking up more than I thought it would.
She vapes.
No, just you. By that logic, if she vapes, and she also has to listen to the Rush album Vapor Trails.
The
What
episode.
the hell is a rush?
Tibor, you want to get him?
I mean, I'm just...
What the hell is a Tibor?
What are you?
You just don't care anymore.
Are you kidding me? He checked out like.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's checked out.
He checked out like 9 episodes ago.
Which, by the way, what I was going to bring up, about, especially with the metal wing, when she was like, I want to say Kelly Metzinger, but Spitfire,
Yeah.
it's like, your wings are going to flap so hard they're going to fall off. That's only happened once. It's someone posted a picture of whatever, Angel Dust, is that her name?
Angel Wings. Angel
Wings.
Dust is a drug. That is a hard drug.
Not people know this, but that was the original name.
Oh my god, you know what that oh my god, if people start shipping Angel Wings and Lightning Dust, it's Angel Dust. No questions asked. Go on.
No, it's Dust Angel.
No, it's not.
But,
That's also bad.
but, so I was like, they posted a picture, and she was like, did that really happen? And it shows Rainbow Dash with the metal wing.
That's perfect.
It's only
Dude,
justification
could that
I
low
don't get.
key? That's one of those things. We're gonna be talking about writers tonight. That's one of those things. Are we giving them too much credit, or were they referring to that? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
That could have been a meta joke. That's the only time you've seen a metal wing.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say, like, if this is like one of those little tiny talks, I'm going to go ahead and say, no, I don't think that was intentional because...
We're giving them too much credit then?
Well, I mean, my basis behind it is no, I don't think it is because
Thanks, Larson.
it was in an alternate dimension where they're having this big war.
I'm talking about.
That just means Spitfire can see through dimensions.
I was just
man.
saying it was a meta joke.
It could have been.
Blessing.
But are we like giving them too much props?
We'll never know.
Or are we reading too deep into it?
Well, let me put it to
Do I
you
need
this way.
to put my hand down?
Let me put it to you this way. We just thought about this now.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 o'clock in the morning.
My God.
You're taking forever to ask this
Excuse
question.
me, sir. It's 12:56.
So, I'm going to ask this
Keep
question.
distracted.
What did you guys think about the episode?
I absolutely
Paper
adore.
Trail Vapes.
This is one of like easy top 3 episodes of season 6 for me. I thought it was fantastic.
That's the
pretty good.
thing, especially like season 5.
Okay.
It's always the episode before the season finale that's had a really good episode
One day
with a
during my
really
dreams.
good new character in it.
I like
And then
it.
there was Cam
Oh,
Pony.
yeah.
But no one really
Who
cares
doesn't?
about Cam Pony.
What are you talking about?
Tracy
Cam
responded.
Pony
Top Bolt is great. Vapor Trail is absolutely adorable.
and Vapes.
And is always awesome to see a Wonderbolts episode. It's also a map episode, which is always great. That's it. He didn't respond to the question.
Man, Trixie, you suck. See, senor, I know.
But for real, I absolutely love this episode.
It was pretty good. Coming back from the last episode.
Which was, it was just kind of like we go from an episode to yes!
Yeah, I really liked the heck out of it too. In fact, when we were watching, I told you there was only one little thing that I was just like, that's weird. Besides that,
Now here,
it's a
let me ask
great episode.
let me ask you this in regards to that thing. I don't want to say what it is
that
yet.
segues into the thing.
I know, but I just want to go ahead and ask this now before I forget. Would you consider that a missed opportunity or something bad? Like,
No, it was just a hiccup. That's just the best way to describe it.
okay,
Like, literally, nothing would have had to change, just who delivered it.
fair enough.
That's the only thing,
I see.
Ow.
that's
Okay.
the only issue I have with that episode, period.
That's DiGiorno.
Interesting. This is definitely my favorite map episode.
Also, some of the facial expressions in this episode were just
Yeah.
top tier.
Scotty, not as good as you think you are! And I know, like, I've watched several reaction videos to that episode. When it gets to that part of Twilight and Dash having those faces, people just die laughing. They busted out laughing. And also Vapor's face of the Scott, you're not as good as you think you are.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was talking with him about it. He told me, he gave me a heads up when he let me know that I was going to be on tonight,
Okay.
that in Top Bolt there's facial expressions that kill it. And I got into the subject of watch a lot of cartoons, watch a lot of shows, period. Dude, I think every single animated show, whether it's CGI, traditionally drawn, whatever, needs to take lessons from MLP on how to do facial expressions. They are the undisputed kings of
I
facial
agree.
expressions.
I think so too. Now, oh, damn it,
I
because...
went ahead and told them that you guys keep saying that Sky Singer is me, Pony, and he goes, "Oh, totally."
in some ways, yeah. In other ways, not so much.
Excuse me? He does not wear a heavy winter hat. Oh,
Yeah,
that
but,
joke is that we went to a comic shop looking to pimp out the HQ,
Yeah?
and this punk ass friggin' shop clerk is like, "Oh, I see you're wearing your heavy winter hat today." And I'm just thinking like, I'm not buying a damn thing from you.
But yeah, that's what kills me about this is that brings up, because I know we've already decided on what our topic is going to be, but I wanted to bring in another one on that. But
What about?
What is it?
basically, because I've heard this be a problem for people on numerous occasions from friends of mine, some people, and specifically, how do you feel about? Well, I know the answer now, but how do you feel about MLP's facial expressions? Is because I think I've talked to some people out there who think that it takes away from the show, and it's just like, oh, they're just doing it to make meme faces now, and it's dumb and bad and stupid.
Well,
and
I've
stuff.
seen people make those faces in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not trying to meme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like Twilight
I'm sorry,
said.
Twilight.
Brent, I've
That's-
seen him do that.
That's the literal. Like, it's like,
several-
what's your grin? This is what it looks
Like
like.
literally, that first year we went to BabsCon. I know that's a grin he had. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I know that Jade's
Oh, that's
gonna be-"
absolutely the grin I was making, man.
I still owe you a punch for that.
Dude, that's a case in point. No, but bro, they are god tier on facial expression.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking like Vanilla Sagat.
I'm
God
about to say,
tier.
and some,
Akuma, Street Fighter 2. Like, some
Wow.
characters can't beat him.
and some people
That's
have
what
said that
they're
these
at.
new facial expressions are ugly and take away from the show and stuff like that.
Look, we're not.
Are we watching the same show? I'm not even gonna touch base on that. I just saw your reaction. I'm like, I know everything I need to know.
Look, we've brought up plenty before on the show with how he's complained about the facial expressions and
What?
all that.
Yes, he has.
He has before, yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Do you want to show him the tweet?
No, we don't need to do that. No way. Seriously? Okay, he did. I'll take
Yes.
you guys' word for it.
Yes.
Why?
In response to the whole thing of like, oh, they're just doing it to make memes and stuff like that, I have 2 points to make to that. One, what's wrong with animators just wanting to have fun? Because when I see that, that's truly what I see. Is not, oh, they're trying to make meme faces. They're just trying to have fun with the facial expressions. And judging by Cam's reaction, they are. They're having a ton of fun with it. And 2, what separates this from season 1? Well, it's not a new influx of memes or anything. We've had memes since this show started. Name a show that's popular that doesn't have memes.
Dude, there's more animation in MLP's facial expressions than a bunch of anime's fight scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a huge fan of Fairy Tail. There's more animating going into one effing pony making a face than there is an entire fight of Natsu trying to punch somebody out. You know, and that's coming from fans of both, big fan of both series.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've always talked. We were talking about it earlier. Is the animation is what brought us in to begin with.
Get
And
on
it's
our
only
animation.
it's getting better. Like you can say whatever you want about, oh, the show is dipping in this category or this category, but as far as animating goes, it's on the up. But yeah, so I guess it's just kind of like a tiny, quick little topic I wanted to bring up. But yeah, it's like I don't see a problem at all with them trying these new faces.
I guess then to pull it back, did any of you guys have a problem with the episode? Anything that really stuck out to you? Because mine is going to transition us directly into
The main
the
topic.
discussion. Yeah.
So then you're
discussion
going
topic.
last.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to just address what we saw wrong. I want to talk about all the good stuff in this too.
Oh well, go on ahead then.
As you guys know, I absolutely love Sky. Like first time watching this episode, I could not stop laughing. Again, the whole just the grin, the composure. Yeah, I know. I truly did. I really did imagine the guys like, yeah, I know, I'm great. What was that? I couldn't hear you over the greatness and just dumb shit. Like it's just the faces he was making with it. It's just so smug. It continuously made me laugh.
My favorite scene is him wearing the weighted.
Oh, you lost it at that. That was so funny.
It's ironic that I just posted freaking videos of me training at Obstacle Warriors with weighted ankle weights and a weighted vest on.
Yeah.
So, like,
It's cool to see that in this like kind of universe.
yeah,
That's how
absolutely.
That's how they train.
Yeah.
That's really cool to see.
And I've been complaining about that forever. How I wanted to see them actually train
Oh yeah.
for once, because we always hear talk of Dash working out, but we never really get to
See it, yeah.
And it was cool to finally see them actually having to, like, this is what they would do for a workout session. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a montage, but still, it's a workout session. Oh, the montage.
It's a workout session with a Pegasus that's not effing Fluttershy.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. I love the feel that they give with Dash in this, like how she is indeed one of the bolts now, and these new recruits look up to her in that sense of like, whoa, she is a Wonderbolt now. It still gives off that feeling of Dash being a bit of a rookie with this stuff, but she still is among them, and she's in a different class. Versus those like Sky Stinger, Angel Wings, Vapor Trail, and the other ones that were never named. Well, how am I supposed to call them? That little red one.
And others.
That little red one.
That's what my mind went to, is the short, fat, red one.
What am I supposed to say? But no, I just like the way that they treated that. I absolutely loved Spitfire in this episode. It's like,
I love my job.
But you love shouting at ponies and blowing your whistle. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
What is, I don't know if you noticed this, you know what's great about that?
What?
That scene where they're talking about, it's like, yeah, her eyes dip down as if she's already wearing the whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
It's like, God, this is so
It's
funny.
like, I can't, you got me on that one. I can't deny the fact that I do love this.
And that's the thing about this episode, is it was just downright funny.
Oh, yeah.
It was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I love the whole, I remember Cam going, oh, shit. Or was it one of you whenever they brought in the air horn?
Yeah.
There's a reason
There's
why
a very
you went like that.
specific reason why I was all like, an air horn.
Would you like to share?
No.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Will you share off screen?
No.
No, absolutely not. Next year's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's not funny. Tibor, we gotta stick together now.
I'll tell Tibor.
Hey!
Yeah.
Striking thoughts, bro.
Not only that, you never want me to hear Stamper's lines, so,
He made me promise.
You can't show him Stamper's lines. You just can't.
I know.
when the finished product comes out, he can't stop me.
If that's how it's going to be.
Well, we already have a contingency plan for that.
Wake up, newbies! Crisis in session!
But yeah, continue on, guys. More parts you like.
Yeah, so it's like the whole, like from start to finish, this episode is really, really funny. The facial expressions are spot on. I absolutely love Sky Stinger. I love Vapor Trail. Vapor's adorable. I was so happy.
She vapes.
She does.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I love how I've actually been waiting for a Twilight Rainbow Dash pairing for the map. Because like this is one because the map to me, they now have done every combo that they can. I'm pretty sure they have.
No, not yet.
It hasn't been Dash and AJ.
No.
That's true. Then what am I thinking?
Or Rarity and Twilight.
Okay, yeah, good point. But they've been doing most of them, and it's clear that every map episode is going to be a different parent. I can't wait. Well, I don't think she will because.
Well, they had for this season. They had really interesting pairings.
They had Pinky and Rarity. They had AJ and Fluttershy, which I thought was great.
Yeah, that was.
No, that's what I was saying. Is they make sure that every season, that every member gets one go. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Not they got every parent. Everyone gets a go because Pinky got one, Rarity got one, Fluttershy got one, Dash, Twilight, so on. Everyone got one go.
Starlight did get one.
Which is something I was getting at. Is I think it'd be cool if Starlight gets a map episode.
Only if Spike does.
What if that? No, hold on. What if that's the pairing?
What that would be? I was just thinking.
I would
that.
totally be okay with that.
That'd be good.
Well,
Wait,
wait. What would the
There we
map
go.
show? Because it goes by their Kini mark.
A dragon, obviously.
A
Just
big
like-
claw.
Just a
Literally,
claw.
it would show that version of Spike that he daydreams about, the big buff one. Just really taking the lance and just stabbing at the area. Like, here it
This
is.
is where you're going. Now, here's my question to you. Where would you want them to go?
Someplace new.
Someplace new. So we Van
Who's that?
Hoofer.
Van Hoofer.
Let's go to Van Hoofer.
Yeah,
Fuck
come
you
on.
guys.
Come on.
I'd rather them go to Napon.
or Tabitha St. Germany. I think is one that has been used before. Anyways, going back to the episode. Very funny.
No, I know where I want them to go.
Where?
Texas. There's always a Texas in every
Hell
single
yeah.
universe there is.
I like to imagine that's low-key Ponyville. Except nobody's calling each other gay. Because it's all women.
Or mostly.
Would they be saying like Ponyville gay?
They'd be going like, bro, that's lit.
I'm sorry.
This is stupid.
I really like Ponyville gay. That's really good.
Yeah.
So the flaw. So
No, you know what? We'll talk. That would be whatchamacallit, wherever the hell Rayburn's from.
Appaloosa.
Appaloosa.
Ugh.
Either that or that's like El Paso.
That's
know?
El Paso.
That
Thank you.
is so
That is
El
not.
Paso.
You don't equate Dallas to that garbage.
Are we counting Dallas?
Dallas specifically would have to be something new,
Dallas is Dallas.
unless it's Dallas.
Alright, well,
So-
as you were.
What do you think about their different approaches? Twilight's mentality to this versus Rainbow Dash's mentality.
that goes in with the transition.
I know it is,
Yeah.
but as it is, like.
Can I actually offer a different thing? Anybody know that the back and forth between Dash and
Why?
Twi was a little soft? There wasn't as much banter between them as there are in other pairings.
I think it was mainly because they wanted the spotlight to be more on Vapor and Skystinger.
Yeah, we got better character development on the side because of that, but did anybody else notice that? That it was really low on the whole buddy cop thing?
Compared to, like, I guess, other map episodes.
Oh,
The other two map episodes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because they gave most of the banter to Sky and Vapor.
Oh, yeah. Or it wasn't solely on Rainbow and Twi. It was just a mix
Well,
of
also,
them.
hold on, here's the thing with the episode with Pinkie Pie and Rarity. They still had banter and all that, but they still gave those
Two sides.
the mayor and her father enough time to have great character development as well.
See, what I think is cool about this is I just thought about this, but you know who actually you know who I think got the most banter out of this whole thing? Dash and Spitfire. Comparatively to the others, is, you know, them talking in the locker room, talking in the runway, they're revisiting the I love my job.
Thank you for reminding me of my favorite line from that episode. So are you saying that I'm going to get to be the princess of flying?
Twilight and Skystinger.
That was my favorite
And one of my favorites was...
Because that was so deadpan sarcastic. He's like, Woman, what are you saying to me?
And we'll see what's funny about that is one of my favorites is right before that is I guess I'm not the natural I thought I was. No, you're not. Oh, thanks. Good pep talk.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite.
That's why I love Sky.
You would say.
What?
Guys, do you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Why?
Huh?
Go ahead. Agree on what?
What you just said.
Is?
Like, gee, thanks. Nice pep talk.
Yeah, I would totally say that.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
It's like...
That's why you like that line.
I just thought it was...
say I'm arrogant.
I just thought it was funny! They were just...
What? What? Why do you go back to me? What do you think I'll have to add to this?
I was gonna ask...
Filthy Mediterranean.
Well, we don't know what he is today.
Oh yeah,
He's a dude bro today.
Alpha. He's not Mediterranean.
Swag.
He's not Mediterranean. He's Alpha side. Anyways, I was gonna say I forget if we've had this. Have you seen Draft Day?
No, I have not. What is it?
It's actually
Sports ball movie.
this one.
No, I have not.
Very good movie, but there's a line in it where Kevin Costner comes in and his mom sees him and his wife is there and they say, "Wow, you look terrible." "Thank you. You really do." "Thank you too." And that's just one of those things I see with that. But thanks, good pep talk.
Oh yeah, it's just that deadpan sarcasm.
Nah, man, that was infinitely more butthurt.
Actually, there is a scene in. I'm gonna try and see if I still have it on my phone. But in regards to this, there was a scene. Yep, I actually do still have it.
I am not that character.
You're
Huh?
not that character.
I am not that character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this. Okay.
But
Yeah, you've told me.
What, is there bad things?
No. It's just like a weird kind of like, I never thought of it.
I really like this scene because I was just watching it the other day and I noticed Rainbow Dash blends into the sky, Vapor Trail blends right into the cloud.
Mostly. Without the hair from Rainbow Dash.
I don't know, I just thought it looked cool.
Anyway, back on the episode.
Yeah, I wanted to explore more of like the mentality, like the philosophy behind both approaches for this stuff. Like regardless of who said what.
I'm going last.
Okay, but Tibor, you see where I'm going with that?
Yes, I know.
Is always be blunt and honest with them, or don't tell them everything because it's all a matter of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with you.
I don't know. Yeah, it can either work.
Well, let me go ahead and add this. Don't forget, these are athletes we're talking about.
What do you mean?
That makes a difference.
Well, yeah, that is true.
It'll just make you stronger.
I just asked Trixie any other thoughts on it, and he just responds with, "That sneeze."
She does have the cutest sneeze.
That sneeze is adorable. First time seeing it, I was like, oh god, I was not ready for that.
Mm-hmm. That was just really
You're
adorable.
gay.
That's one of my favorite lines. I was like, that is a pretty good sneeze.
Yeah, I like that line.
You do have a great
That
sneeze.
is a pretty good sneeze.
What a beaut.
Oh gosh,
That's
shut
pretty
up.
neat.
Shut up, both of you. So
You can tell sneeze by the way it is.
how is that what gets you cracking up?
Because it's so ridiculous.
Be stupid?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
So then whose method is more right then?
I don't know, because
again,
That's the point of the episode.
they're both right. Neither one is wrong, at
Mhm.
least to what I'm seeing. I think there is merit to both. It's just a matter of if you are in that position. Like, let's say you're dealing with a friend. Which one would you go with? J-Thor, you have your hand up.
Common sense. You read the situation.
So you're saying each mentality is valid depending on situation.
You use a mixture of both.
Okay.
Depending on the situation, especially, you know they're athletes. You know they need their confidence. You work around that.
Mm-hmm. And I also like...
If that doesn't work, then you go full brutal honest.
I know Twilight actually said something specific that I really liked was, you'll never get better if you don't know what you need to improve on. And I like that.
Didn't we say that in the last episode? I did. That was a rhetorical statement.
Well,
you said it too. Like
what?
What she just said. You won't know where you can improve unless you know where your weaknesses are.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you didn't say that last episode. That's what we were talking about before.
He was talking about in regards to our discussion, not in the episode itself.
Yeah.
Because I actually do remember him saying that.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about like
I
in the
don't know. I
episode.
wasn't paying attention.
I know.
What are we doing again?
We're on stable condition.
Really?
It is Saturday, November 12th at 1:21 a.m.
Where's my paycheck?
I'm getting hungry. Where is your paycheck?
Yeah.
Oh,
is
friggin'
it still
no.
not in?
I don't know if it's because today was Veterans Day.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Skyrim is 5 years old now.
But
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
is that what you? Yeah. Is that what you had to say about?
Well, yeah, it's just I would look at depending on the situation, and also it kind of correlates with the question of if you find a terrible secret about something.
Do you owe it to your friend to tell them?
Yeah, and you look at depending on the person, depending on the person at hand, and if you know them that well, and it depends on how long you've known that person for.
So I
and
think
it reads. You have to look at how each action will happen if you take either road.
consequences.
Yeah, you have to look at each road.
So I think that we can all agree that both, like the
Yeah,
right
both-
answer is both.
Oh yeah, both
A combo of
have
both.
very good
But
reasons for it.
let's put it in this situation.
Okay.
In this situation, their futures were on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Not telling them delayed the inevitable.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like in this situation, Dash was wrong.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, yeah.
Like the earlier that because that's not how that works. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. For the sake of this kids show, yeah, a day they had less than a day by the time they were told, and then they magicked.
They
enough in order to
magicked.
get their gains up, and were able to impress them.
They ponied up.
Realistically speaking, you would want to tell them earlier.
Cam, how much do you value this camera?
Don't
So I want to throw it
Don't.
at him.
throw your mouse.
No, I value this.
I
I don't value
We're at
that.
an impasse, dog.
I need that.
It's like God was like this.
You had one
This camera's
job.
been thrown.
For those who don't know, the camera just came out of the stand.
The tripod just
as
snapped.
Cam was just picking it up.
Trying to get it away from Jake.
It
That
just
was
detached.
awesome. That was great.
That was beautiful. He just let it fix up. It's
But
like,
it was
well,
just
we're at it.
Oh,
Oh.
there you go.
But yeah, think about it. Like their approach, Dash's approach in this episode didn't work.
Yeah, because
At no point was it successful.
Yeah.
That's why they tried hers first.
she didn't understand. Because she didn't fully realize.
Well, Dash herself even says that she was wrong. She
Yeah.
even says, is like, wait a minute, no, because I realized this because Sky wasn't even trying. He didn't care.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, confidence is important, but you also have to have the motivation to pursue that. And he did not show it.
And then also,
Which, was funny, but facts are facts. He didn't care.
Again, it falls into the common sense thing because once she realized that, he's not even trying, she was like, you know what, I was wrong. We need to do
A good
blank,
example.
blank, and blank.
A good example of not, and I can't let me use this example because I know there are others, but it's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. A good example of not telling somebody right away would be Space Jam with the secret stuff.
Yeah, thank you, because I was waiting for a point to bring in like actual sports into this, because with basketball, anybody can make a shot. Anybody can make that game-winning shot that they need. But it really does come down to someone's confidence. Because, honestly, okay, a name we all know, Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn good shooter. But, okay, I know, but let's take two random basketball players. Steph Curry.
I'm going to go potty.
He's going to go potty.
I know Michael Jordan, that's about it.
Okay, you know Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh, yes, Dirk.
There you go. Okay, fine. Steph Curry and Wesley Matthews.
Okay.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Of the Mavericks?
Yes.
To his credit, Wesley Matthews is a very good shooter.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, Steph Curry has the spotlight over everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But my point with this is, realistically, Wesley Matthews could make any shot that Steph Curry could. It's just a matter of how much confidence does he have. And that's the thing is, like, I don't know, I was actually kind of hoping to talk about Cam with this, because he knows he's, you know...
Determination.
Well, also that's the thing, like with...
He's playing.
What's the word we're using again?
I'll read
Confidence.
Yes.
Confidence can be broken down, but it can easily be built back up.
Yeah, because sometimes...
And stronger, too.
Well, see, that's why, like, okay, let's say a shooter's having a bad game. He's missing a bunch of shots. He's like 1 for 9 or something. Sometimes all he needs to do is just get sent to the free throw line and see the ball go into the hoop a couple of times with free throws, and that sometimes can be what kickstarts it again. Anyways, Cam, since you're back from Tink Tink,
or it could be like a team pep talk.
Whatever it takes, really. But what we were saying was, okay, a well-known basketball player like Steph Curry versus a not-so-well-known basketball player like Wesley Matthews, who is still very talented. But my belief with where I'm getting at with this is, while it's publicly accepted that Steph Curry is, you know, more well-known, he's a lot more talented, whatever words you want to use, realistically, he can make Wesley Matthews can make any shot that Steph Curry can make. And that can be said for any basketball player. It's all a matter of how much confidence he puts in that shot. Which, I mean, with Steph Curry, it's so second nature to him. I mean, the guy's insane for a reason. And that's kind of what I'm getting with this, is confidence plays a very, very big part in this. So that's why Dash isn't completely in the wrong. In this specific regard of considering how much time they had to work with.
In this situation, she was wrong.
Yes. In that regard, yes, I do agree.
Yeah, but you're right, man. It's all a matter of situation. You know, we all agreed that both are the right ways to handle things. Well, it's just a matter of, like, what the
It depends on the situation. Now,
here's common sense.
So, an example of confidence, like, kicking you in the tail, my buddy Aaron at Obstacle Warriors. That dude trains like mad.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some seriously impressive crap on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that nonsense. He's a balanced god. And I beat him every time because I have more confidence going into competitions by comparison. Like he has failed every competition on a balanced obstacle, no less. And this is the guy that makes balanced courses and runs it. It's insane how much of a difference confidence can make.
It is. I mean, I was using an example when you were in there. Like, let's say, going back to basketball, let's say a shooter's having a really bad game. He's like 1 for 9. Like, none of his shots are going in. Sometimes all he needs is to get sent to the foul line and sink a couple free throws just to see it, like, to see the ball go back through the hoop. And it's like, sometimes that's what he needs to kickstart, you know. Next thing you know, he's going, like, 5 for 8. Or just, you know, getting a lot better with his shots. So, confidence is extremely important in this. You can't deny that. And we're not talking about just for athletes. It's in whatever you do.
Yep.
But, now, my question going off of that is, while we all agree it's a blend of both, I guess, would an extreme work, like only going with this one or only going with this approach? Can that ever work?
Yes.
Yeah. Again, it's situational and common sense.
Okay.
Like, if you know the person, like, some of them just have to be told straight up, like, look, this is what you're doing wrong, this is what you need to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some people do have that delicate confidence, and you can work around that. So extremes work. Every facet of extremity works with both of those routes.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like an example for us specifically, like one we could construct with that. Because I mean, it's a principle I really, really like in this.
The trick with that is that the more strictly defined, the closer you get to physical capability, the harder those lines, the more black and white it becomes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, case in point, you know, if you don't know how to shoot on somebody or throw somebody in an armbar or punch correctly, you need to be told that. No amount of confidence in the world is going to keep you safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But by comparison, if you're about to go on stage for, say, a concert, and you can't shred, that's not necessarily a big deal. It's more about having the confidence to go on stage and perform.
You know what? That's actually a funny story I want to tell real quick. Did I ever tell you about my Creative Writers Club at high school?
Yes.
I told you this?
You told me, yeah.
Okay, well, there was this girl, the head of it, her name was Grace. Very sweet girl. I haven't seen her since high school, but, you know, I hope she's doing well.
That's a pretty name.
Yeah, well, one day, I don't know what it was for, but she brought her guitar. She brought her guitar there, and I was like, whoa, and it was a very nice guitar. Like, I was really surprised to see it. And she goes, just like, yeah, that's my guitar. And me just, you know, being me, I was like, because we're still setting up for the club. Like, no one's sitting down or anything yet. I was like, you mind if I strum around on it for a little bit? She's like, yeah, sure, why not? And this is, like, she owns this guitar, but she herself is like, I don't really know how to play. So I take her guitar, and I take her guitar, and I literally just do this. I go. I play one chord, an A minor, just like that. And she goes, you're amazing! Holy hell, that was awesome! I was like, I barely did anything.
You strummed on a chord.
Yeah. I literally just went... That's it. Mm-hmm. That's all I did. Mm-hmm. So, I guess, you know, it's just the way you present yourself, how, I guess, calm and collected you are with it. Because, like, even if you've never touched a guitar in your life, I could teach you how to go in 5 minutes just fine. And no one should bat an eye to that. It's just one chord with, like, how many strums? Maybe 7? I don't know, but it's just like, confidence allows you to fake your way through something.
That's true.
It allows you to fake your way, and that's why, like, I think I am terrible at piano. I suck at piano. I hate how bad I suck at piano. But apparently, sometimes I can, you know, string together some chords, or, you know, just do this, and make myself look really, really good in front of people. Like, I could do something like this. Like, I go... And someone will see that and go, whoa, that was, you know, inserts.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's what I was saying. The more you get to the artistic expression side of things, the more those lines gray. And it becomes more about the confidence to perform.
So then, here's where that gets interesting. Do you think it just mainly comes down to athletic versus artistic?
I think so. I think that it really comes down to a lot of performance-based stuff. And like I said, a lot of it's situational. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of it really is situational. So, case in point, somebody like Aaron has the physical capabilities. He's not lacking.
This is your balance friend.
Yeah, he's not lacking something to perform at a top level. He just needs the confidence, which is a psychological aspect. By comparison, my friend Katie, who is also Obstacle Warriors, physically cannot get up the wall. And I recently had a heart-to-heart talk with her about that. I said, look, you know, you come up here and you do a lot of talk. And then you run that wall and you've been hitting the same place since I've known you. And I've been doing this for a year. You know, we got my buddy Sean, who's a brony, no offense, not the most athletically suave people, who came out and did it on his first day, man.
Sean did the warp wall?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's in the Hangouts and it's on his Twitter feed, like... His first
Cool.
day, he got up the warp wall. And I'm like, you know, something's wrong. Something's up with your training. And we need to hit it from there. And since then,
She's
you
been
know,
getting
she's
better.
been getting better. She's grabbing the wall a lot more often.
She's not physically incapable of doing it.
Now she's physically capable. Now she's finally reached that point.
There you go.
Yeah.
I gotta go
She's
take
finally reached that point where she's getting up there now. She said, I still haven't seen her claim it, but she's finally gotten to the point where she's not failing to touch it.
I mean, do you wanna
washing his
say the
hands.
topic or?
I guess I'll wait for.
Yeah, we'll just wait for Clayton.
Yeah, because he'll have something he wants to say. You know what I mean?
What?
We're waiting on you to get back
Okay.
because I pretty much said my piece, and I think it's time to.
And that's the thing. This is one of those episodes I could go on forever about. But overall, I absolutely love this episode.
Yeah, but now getting into my one issue that I had with it was I found it was incredibly weird, and try not to roll your eyes, but it was out of character for Dash to take the confidence, non-confrontational approach because from what I've been told, it was a recurring joke in the fandom for a good while that Rainbow Dash should have been the element of honesty because of how blunt she is.
That's pretty interesting because to me, I felt like Rainbow Dash taking the confidence approach made sense. Again, I guess it does. I roll your eyes if you want to because I use the I word a lot for this, but it does come to how you interpret the stuff.
It just doesn't. I don't see where that's reinforced.
Because Rainbow Dash is an athlete, and athletes, any athlete under the sun will tell you confidence is extremely important. Sometimes even more important than skill. That's why I used the comparison earlier of it doesn't matter how skillful you are, so long as you have enough confidence, anybody can make any shot.
That's true, but the way that they were going about doing it, that was just really pussyfooting for Dash.
Pussyfooting, huh?
Yeah, it really felt like beating around the bush. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't have any issue with the episode. It just was weird. It seemed out of character. Nothing could have changed dialogue-wise. It's just, I think Dash should have had Twilight's view, and Twilight should have had Dash's view, because we've had more character reinforcing the opposite than what went down here. And that segues into the main topic.
I guess it just makes sense to me, but sure.
I mean,
It also might make sense to you because she's become wonderful. She's finally achieved that whole athletic goal now, so that might change her perspective, in your opinion.
I don't know. I've just always tied athletes to confidence.
yeah, but look at everything else she's done on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where she's been blunt and truthful, and she's tackled problems head on. This just seemed really out of nowhere, at least for her to take that stance. Anyways, what I was saying
Yeah.
is,
Anyways,
do you think that maybe that comes from there being too many writers in the MLP, kitchen? Or that too many cooks in the MLP writing kitchen?
well, with this, I say we start with Trixie's response, because he did.
Oh, okay.
He said, and for the writers thing, I don't mind it, as long as the episodes are good. Even then, we're losing writers as fast as we're gaining them.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, this is a lot more of an open-ended kind of discussion.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just like the last episode, where are we at time-wise?
48 minutes.
Cool. It really branches into how it has compared to other stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm of the like mind that I think that the smaller writing team, the more consistent quality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I really don't, we've had some great episodes come out of a number of different people, but I'm not a big fan of that. And I think that it's finally kind of getting to the point to where we might have people that are kind of juggling around too many different interpretations.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking... Now, my question to you is this an MLP thing, or can this be said for anything?
It can be said for anything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's...
Anything that has a rotating cast of writers, a rotating team of writers, man, you're going to sacrifice consistency in the character.
I can see that.
Much less quality.
And continuity and all
Yeah.
that.
I actually do have a bit of a counterpoint to that, though. Interestingly enough, going back to South Park. So if you want to consider this our reference for the show, go ahead. But it's interesting that you say that, because the way I'm seeing with this is I think adding too many cooks in the kitchen can, start to do a bit of damage with that. I'm not arguing that. But the fact that you have a smaller team doesn't automatically guarantee you, more success with it. Because like I said, with these, South Park has always had a very, the same team. Yeah, I mean, they'll bring in people like Bill Hader and Dave Polsky every now and then. But, I mean, it's always usually Trey Parker and Matt Stone, right?
Yeah.
So
I think Trey and Matt are the only two that have been constant throughout all of South Park.
Okay, well,
the
then
other
fine.
ones I'm pretty sure constantly cycling out because, like, Dave Polsky, he's gone off to write for other shows and all that.
He was a guest writer.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at is that's just two guys for 20 seasons now. We're going off of 20 seasons, and how it's been lately is just, I don't think it's as good. Like, I'm still enjoying it, but there is a dip in that. So what I'm saying is you have something like MLP that has, God, how many writers is it now? Like, I guess 5? I don't know. But we've got, an interesting sum of writers. So for basically what I'm saying with this is South Park has had 2 writers for the most part throughout its entire life, and not even that's safe from this. That's just 2 cooks in the kitchen, but that can still be a problem.
Well, also,
2 to
the
4.
thing about South Park, though, is its longevity. Like, they're having to do something new, so they're not like Simpsons.
I get that.
And that's where it's kind of faltered and all that.
I have no idea how many writers The Simpsons have now.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, it's kind of not fair to compare that to MLP, which is going into its 7th year, when South Park has 13 alone on top of that.
Well, my point with that is just the 2-man writing team is not invulnerable to this either. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not so much the overall quality of it, because like that's a subjective, to somebody's opinion.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about consistency as a whole. Because if you have one writer, goes back to our show, I'm the writer. No matter how big it gets, I can have all the money in the world, do whatever I want with it. I'm still going to be the only writer on Hybrid Theory, period, in the story.
So you would never let anybody else come on and write it with you?
Nobody. It would get to the point where I would want to write the effing commercial ads and stuff like that. If our characters are featured, if it's like, hey, we want to guest star you and Ruby, cool, I'm writing that episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, dude, you're not handling my I know my characters. You don't put the thought, process, mindset, all that stuff. For a lot of these people, especially looking at it from a fandom thing, it's a big deal to fans and those who follow the show religiously. You have to remember that for a lot of writers, it's just a paycheck, man.
Oh, I know.
And so, by having a big rotating cast, you're rotating interest too. Like, you can, and Matt and Trey have called themselves out. They take responsibility for their bad episodes, and the ones that they liked that others didn't. But they said, some days we just phoned it in. You know what I mean? And then by comparison, you have people, like Greg Wiseman, who supervised a lot of their shows and the writing process. And so portrayals were a lot more consistent. I can't harp on how most 9 out of 10 of his shows are always like really freaking well done. That's just because of like how much work and thought process he puts into making sure the character is always seen in the same light. There's no room for interpretation in the actual creative process. The interpretation comes from the outside world. Now, so that's what the question is really asking. Is like, where do you guys stand with that? Do you like the fact that there's other writers? Do you think that it hampers the quality of the show?
Honestly, I feel it doesn't hamper the quality of the show because I'm always glad to see new writers. I'm glad to see new takes on things. Because having the same, if it was like Lauren Faust on literally every single episode, she wrote them all, it gets stale pretty fast.
I agree with that too, and I actually,
100x100.
Huh?
Again, with manga and all that stuff too, it does get stale at parts. And then they manage to bring you back in, like with a fight scene or something like that, or they come with some kind of new, really cool new ability. You're like, wow, I really like that.
Yeah.
They have something to pull you back in, but like with My Little Pony, has such heavy limits on it.
And MLP is so heavily dialogue based.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of action, like anime.
The dialogue really carries a lot of the scene.
The only action you really got was season 4's finale with Tibor.
Yeah, that's
why everyone made such a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My biggest beef with that, though, personally, is that it's not a unified vision at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's my beef with comics. That's why, as much as I love Western comics, like the scene, the characters, and all that, I don't actually care much for the comics themselves, because I don't... Case in point, my favorite comic book character is Iron Fist. Out of all characters, he is so inconsistently portrayed. When he's with Luke, he's a goofball. He's the goofy, cocky, kung fu guy, always cracking jokes, trying to get Luke, to really live in the moment. When he's doing his solo runs, it's like he's a complete 180, different person. Really dark and serious and gritty. We just came off of the Living Weapon series of Iron Fist, which read like a bad frickin' Batman story. It was so dark. It was about like him being haunted by his parents' death, and him like fighting his dad reincarnated, breaking his hands, and always getting beaten, and he's not happy about anything all the time. You know what I mean? And now we're in the Power Man and Iron Fist 2016 series. Complete opposite. Like that BS that we just lived through for the last year and some change never existed, and it's never been more refreshing, because that's how he was portrayed in the older times. He wasn't the dark, brooding character. So no offense, some takes suck. You know what I mean? Just for lack of a better word. Some takes just don't work. He's not Bruce Wayne. And I think that the more writers you have handling that, Spider-Man is another good example. Clone Saga. That's all I have to say, man. That was...
Or Deal with the Devil.
Skid mark. Yeah, one more day. One more day, too.
Yeah.
Skid mark on that character's history. All for
Especially
the sake...
One More Day.
Yeah, all for the sake of an interpretation, a different interpretation. At the end of the day, is that worth it? You know what I mean?
Well, see, what I, like, the whole time you've been saying that is, well, I mean, I can't...
Yeah, hold on, let me clarify. This is another one of those examples. MLP is nowhere near as bad as that.
I wasn't even going to mention it.
I just wanted to point that out. I am not putting MLP in the same case of the writers don't know what they're doing as I am the comic book.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Infinitely better.
No,
Infinitely better.
Okay, that's fine, but what I'm getting at is, like, the whole time you've been talking, like, I've been listening, I don't know about, this saga or whatever is that, but the only thing I can really think of as why I think it does still come down to interpretation is we're still 4 dudes sitting in a bedroom.
Yeah.
There is somebody out there who has seen the exact same stuff you do, or you have, and they will still have an opposite opinion somewhere out there.
Absolutely.
Well, that's why it comes down to me, that's why interpretation does play a role in it, because there is someone out there who can see watch the same stuff you are, read the same things you are,
and come to a different...
And tell you why they thought it was good. Why, I'm sorry, bring me back up. What character did you say was like the Kung Fu dude cracking jokes?
Iron Fist.
Okay, Iron Fist. Someone could say that...
Another good example is in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. He's like a stoner, like, hippie dude. Because Greg Sipes plays him, they had to make him vegan, too.
Wait, what?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was vegan.
Okay, that's going off topic. What I'm getting at is that's the way you see it, and that doesn't make you right or wrong. Much like how if someone had the exact flip of it, it's like, oh yeah, that's fine the way they do that. That doesn't make them right or wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It all comes down to what you see.
Yeah, that's why, I asked the question. My opinion's not fact. It's just, like, where I stand with it.
Well, that's the only thing that, like, we're trying to drive at with this is interpreting it this way, or anything. Like, I can say, this was done beautifully. That does not make it fact.
Yep.
And I know there's going to be people out there who say that they will interpret it as, yes, it is factual.
Yeah, because art and entertainment is interpretation based.
In that case, there's no point in even saying anything like, this is just our opinions, because people are going to take it away.
I know.
They
Well, see,
want. So
I've
there's
said
no
that-
point in putting that disclaimer.
I know. I've said that for how long? Is writing is another form of art. There's no right or wrong.
Absolutely, another form of art.
But
It's expression,
Well, that's what exactly, and that's what kills me whenever there's someone who says like there is a right way to write this character and there is a wrong way. Well, no offense, but who are you to say that?
Yeah.
And actually, I've had this up here for a while. It was a quote I wanted to pull out from this, going in regards to out of character stuff and whatnot. A friend of mine quoted this in regards to people, writing this, like, this writer wrote this character super out of character or something, like, this character did something out of character, whatever the hell you want to say. He said, and I quote, "You could call a line or something of a character out of character, but it needs to be acknowledged that not every character stays 100% true to their personality all the time. Hell, it's f***ing unrealistic and dull if they do. Do you want to see Rainbow Dash doing nothing but acting naive and bragging about how awesome she is? I think the Rainbow Dash fan club would be a lot bigger if she was like that." End quote.
Well, also, we make a specific point in Hybrid.
I was about to say, there's an entire episode dedicated to the idea of out-of-character moments.
Well, what do you think of that?
No, it's right. And no, as I was sitting here thinking, I mean, I was just thinking, like, I can easily blow up my own, I can completely take the win out from underneath my own argument and say, she's progressed far enough to the point to where she wants to coddle the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
You can just say she's matured as a character so far to where she's not the brash one anymore. And Twilight, the experienced teacher, knows when to step in. You know what I mean?
And I
completely took the win out from underneath my previous argument. Sales. They're both like out of character moments. That's where that whole character development thing we were talking about in the last episode comes from. You know what I mean?
There's no one law-abiding way to do it.
I can tell you one thing real quick. There's two characters you never have to worry about being out of character. It's Applejack's parents.
Because they're in Ponyhouse.
How about let's have a collective? Aww.
Also, Scootaloo's parents, because they ain't nowhere to be seen.
Any more dead parent jokes you want to make?
My mom's dead.
Huh?
My mom's dead.
Well, all of my grandparents are dead.
Tibor?
Nothing report on my side.
Okay.
How many Greeks have died so far?
A lot.
I can't.
They have a lot of wars.
Damn. You're Macedonian today, aren't you?
Thought it was Thracian.
No, you're bro. That's what it is.
Yeah, you're a dude bird, not.
No, he's British.
Hold on, did you say a dude bird?
He's a dude bro.
Okay, I was gonna say.
He's Broshin tonight.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Or on the next episode, he'll show up and he'll be like, "Oh, you're Thracian again. Congratulations."
But that's why I brought that up, was like to completely, to make my point in one direction, then take it out from, take it in another one entirely. That's still is justified. That's why I asked, you guys personally speaking, where do you stand with the whole multiple writers thing? Because I don't really like it. Because I'm about a unified creative
Oh,
vision.
I was actually going to ask, like, multiple writers in general, or
In
for
general,
MLP
in
specifically?
general.
Okay, because for MLP...
Well, I mean, you can attach it to MLP, do both.
Okay, fine. I'll start with MLP. It does not bother me because we've been doing that since the beginning of the show. We've had multiple writers for multiple episodes. I mean, granted, nowadays we're seeing... I will admit, it's a little surprising sometimes to see the number of writers tackling a single episode, because that has been increasing. A lot of times you'd see stuff like, back in the days of like season 1 through season 4, you'd see written by Amy Keaton Rogers, written by M.A. Larson, written by Dave Polsky. Nowadays you're seeing stuff like, written by Josh Haber and Nick Colfalone and the sisters, and stuff like that. So whenever it's multiple...
The earliest case of multiple writings was Ticketmaster, right?
Do what?
The earliest known case for My Little Pony and multiple writers was Ticketmaster, right?
Lawrence Faust and Amy Keaton Rogers, yes.
Yeah.
I guess it's more noticeable nowadays. I don't, as far as since the show's beginning, I don't see it as a bad thing for MLP specifically, which can also kind of tie into...
As long as you don't have 6 writers on one episode, I think
that's
we're
overkill.
good.
They've done that, I know Power Ponies had a crap ton of writers on it, but...
Well, I need to explain some of the writing process there. I'm not sure how it's specified specifically, but typically when you have a lot of people like that, it means that not only is somebody writing the script itself, somebody writes the story outlines, and somebody writes the pacing and the stage direction type stuff. Like, they can break it up into multiple categories.
Again, I hate using cop-out. I always, because I use
There's
it so...
one for dialogue writing by itself.
Well, because I use this so often with questions and stuff, it depends on blah. I always feel like it's a cop-out, but again, I can't help but say it again. It depends on what show we're talking about, because that's a multiple writer formula I think can work for some shows, and it can't work for other shows.
Right.
Like a show like Hybrid Theory, I think it's good with one writer. A show like MLP, I think, is good with multiple writers.
Yeah. It's all about, no, honestly, it's all about the showrunner's vision. The showrunner in this case, we can say it started with Lauren Faust, it's effing Hasbro. You know what I mean? They don't care about a unified vision. They
It was only adapted by Lauren.
Exactly. It was adapted. An example, though, that I think of a show that would actually benefit, see, that's what I'm saying. Don't peg me down as far as opinion goes, because I'm about to take that whole I don't like it in general and completely kill that too. Archer needs new writers.
Yeah.
Archer desperately needs new writers. They need new jokes, man.
Amazing.
Well, again, I just finished the first 3 seasons of BoJack Horseman, and every episode has the same writer. It's the same guy, unless I missed something. But I mean, I'm the only one here who's seen it, I think, and I think that show is incredible. But it's one dude throughout.
I love that picture.
I know.
I actually really like that picture. I know I give you hell about it, but
What's another example of a show where it's one or max 2 writers from start to finish, or from start to present?
I don't really know because I've never really paid attention to that.
What about Steven Universe? Does Rebecca Sugar write those episodes too?
She only writes certain episodes. She mostly writes music.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. So, how many writers... Actually, I'm going to look that up, of how many writers Steven Universe has. Keep going.
well, I mean, I'm kind of hitting a brick wall with it. We posed the question and we kind of talked to it. Actually, Tibor, you've been quiet this time.
Yeah. I was trying to think of processing all of this as if
It's interesting to really stop and think about, huh?
because it's not something like the normal person watching a cartoon series or any series for that matter pays attention to a lot.
12.
Gross.
See, that's where and
12 different flavors are forgettable.
Ouch! Well, again,
Shots fired.
Hold on.
They're Baskin Robbins doing this shit.
Hold on. This is over the span of the entire show. I don't know. I'm not a Steven Universe fan. I don't know. This is just 12. I just typed in Steven Universe writers, went to the Wikipedia, pages in category writers. I have 12 names. 13.
I'll put it like this, buddy. I've been trying to be pretty peacekeepy about all this. Jathan's right.
I totally agree with what Jathor said.
About what?
About, that's why the show's forgettable.
13 flavors of forgettable.
I will
Baskin
admit
Robbins.
that's pretty funny. But again, I haven't seen...
Send all your hate mail at DoTheDaringDew@gmail.com.
Do not send it to me. Do not send it to me. Because I am not the one saying this. I will say, from what I have seen of Steven,
would you really be upset if you got Steven Universe hate mail?
Truth be
I
told,
would laugh.
I would laugh
I would laugh
hysterically.
and I'd read it and make a video about
I
it.
would laugh hysterically and said, you really want to direct your hate to bronyjthor@gmail.com.
Oh, you could have just sent
That's
it
a
to me.
stupid email address.
Please
Who
send
would
it. I'll
use
take it. Send it to
No,
you.
I'll take it.
Yeah, send it.
I'll have a field day with
I'll
those.
read it in a Striking
No,
Thoughts episode.
I'll have a field day applying to all that hate mail.
I'm sorry if there are any Steven Universe fans out there, but what I have seen of it, in my opinion, it's boring.
Oh, I'm not sorry. It
I
is
know
really
you're not.
boring.
That's how I try and be peacekeeper by
You
being
wanna try
sorry.
that again?
Peacekeeper by being sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still my opinion. I'm just sorry about it.
Yeah.
Also
Good
not
news
sorry.
is, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're totally gonna. Hey guys, with this podcast, you're gonna kill me, but I totally forgot to press record. But hey, here's the good news. I'm sorry. Anyways, so you really think we bricked-walled with this?
Yeah, I think, well, aside from hearing him, he's still processing. But, I've said my
Yeah.
piece about it,
Mm-hmm.
I've, made my initial stance, asked the question, and then destroyed my previous stance just for the sake of, trying to pose an example.
And for me, it depends on the show.
Mm-hmm.
With MLP specifically, no, I don't think it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something we've done since the beginning.
Yeah, especially when in MLP we've already had those characters fully developed to the point where we know,
Oh, man.
a lot of it. We know these characters back and forth as people. So for the writers, it's like, okay, it's not like they're dealing with, these characters and, molding them into the character. It's like they're already molded from previous seasons. So they don't have, so they could just like put them in wherever they feel like.
So
As well as far as also for Archer, where it's like the same person for every single person, or for every single episode. It does kind of, become stale, because when you're exposed to that person writing, his mindset when it comes to an episode. You know where he's gonna go, like what type of formula he's gonna go for in every episode.
no, man, you can make an Archer flowchart.
And it becomes so stale sometimes to that point.
According to this, only one writer for Archer, Adam Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs new jokes, man.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I like Archer, although a lot of that, admittedly, is John H. Benjamin, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can only watch it. I'm not completely caught up on the latest season because I just can't keep watching it
Mm-hmm.
after a while.
Oh yeah. It's just one of those shows where it's like you can't watch it a lot, or else.
Oh God, he wrote 12-Ounce Mouse
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
And Frisky Dingo.
and Sea Lab 2021.
I'll say this. It'll be different as you go on watching it than when you got in. Like it'll become fun at first, and a couple episodes watching it is fine. But if you binge watch,
It kills you.
Are you talking about Archer specifically?
yeah.
I am, at least. Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I kinda feel that.
maybe it's an early season thing, but I binged a large part of season 2, and I had a ton of fun with it.
Knock out a season.
An entire season in
Yeah.
one go.
Yeah.
In one sitting.
I'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend that for any show, period. But
Oh yeah.
Archer, there's not that many episodes per season with Archer, though.
Hey, some people I know people who will wait an entire half of a season for MLP before they just knock them all out at once. I mean,
That's me, dude.
Yeah, man.
well, I mean that's what I'm saying is like if that's the way you want to do it, that's the way you want to do it.
Oh, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll usually listen/watch while I'm working on our cartoons. So.
Oh yeah.
But if there's nothing else to add to that, I had a cool one. I had a cool hypothetical to close out with.
Shoot.
Okay.
Because right now the audience has one question: how do they feel about multiple writers? What do they prefer, etc. But here's one: what if? Can you wrap your head around what if MLP would be like if it had one writer?
I had a feeling that was
Not the best. I guess the better one. Let's go with the original showrunner. If Lauren were still around. If Lauren were spearheading it.
If Lauren still had she wasn't the writer, but she was still around.
No, I want to say the writer. Or I'll tell you what. Pick your favorite 3. Keep them. What if the show was just that? One of them has to be Lauren. So pick 2 basically to team up with Lauren.
Okay, then my choices are M.A. Larson and Amy Keaton Rogers.
I was gonna say the same thing. As far as like standout writers.
But that's one thing. Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine what the show would be like at that point? Because then it's Lauren it's her vision. So
Counter question to that: do they still have Hasbro? From the phrase
that's
you like,
the question. That's the question now.
are they limited?
Do you think that the show would be radically different, similar? This is really more of like a hypothetical.
I don't think it would be
thing.
like I don't think it would be a monumentally different show, but you definitely see some things that you wouldn't.
It'd be noticeable.
Well, yeah, it'd be noticeable.
I think it would be noticeably more framed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that stuff like what we got with season 4 would be more common.
I think it would be.
Like the overarching plots.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember,
More of that.
a case in point, Zecora was originally going to be a Yoda character.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. If you go back to season 1.
Yeah,
There were a
Twilight
lot
was
of
not
Star Wars
going to be.
references.
Yeah, Twilight wasn't going to be the super master magic expert. She was actually going to train with different people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like she goes to like different places and learns.
Yep.
From that. I actually like that. But what was I gonna say? I think it would be a lot more, I don't know, predictable the longer it goes with like 3 people or 2 people. It'd be,
So you
But
would
then-
want it to be just a trio of... Now, okay, fine. Here's a good question. Would they work on every single episode together? Or would it be like M.A. by himself does an episode. And
you
then
have fun. Have fun with your
Okay, so then it's
ideas.
everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
I
everywhere.
just posed the question: how you want to mix it up, or what guidelines you want to set up?
Okay.
Are up to you.
Okay.
I just want to know: would you prefer that, or what do you think would have become of the show otherwise?
Like I said, I think it wouldn't be monumentally different. Like, it wouldn't be one of those things where we sit down and watch, like, I'm watching a completely different show. I don't think that it would. I think it would still have the same, insert thing here that we love about MLP. But, I mean, you would definitely notice some different things. Like, as you said, it'd probably be more framed. I think episodes would probably be less all over the place.
I think, yeah, I think it would be way more plot heavy.
Yeah,
Continuity heavy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
Personally speaking, I think we would have found answers to parents, all the parents and stuff like that way earlier.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly on that one.
You broke your little tripod.
I broke my tripod. This sucks. Damn it.
Well, maybe if you weren't such a horrible human being.
Send your hate mail at DoTheDaringDew@gmail.com to, berate me for breaking my little tripod. Damn it.
Well, but
Good night,
that,
sweet
man,
prince.
personally speaking, I've hit a brick wall unless you guys have stuff to add in.
Yeah,
No, we can. I think we can wrap it up. I thought Top Bolt was awesome, and no, I don't think it's a problem for MLP. And for others, it depends on the show.
Yeah. What does the audience think? By all freaking means.
Why
Please tell them.
Please.
Subscribe my Nike lovers.
Please. Subscribe me. I have 4 accounts. Jesus. Anyways, let's go ahead and close it out and call it a night. I'm DoTheDaringDew.
I'm Tibor.
Oh, you're waiting on me again.
Mm-hmm.
I can.
That's the end of that statement.
And I'm JWhoof.
And Trixie is still sick.
And dead.
Just sick.
Especially dead.
Don't worry, guys. If he's gone for 3 episodes, then yes, he is dead. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.